It's great to have you here. Welcome. And first of all, do you think this was the Fed's intent?
So, Kelly, thank you for having me on. I think we need to put this in further perspective that this money was appropriated almost 4 months ago in the CARES Act by the Congress, $454 billion worth, which was anticipated would back Fed lending for $4 trillion.
Yeah.
And as of the moment, small business, as of last Thursday, we'll get some more data today, has received one loan for $12.3 million.
Right.
And in the interim, many small businesses have failed, and they continue to fail. So this program is not successful and needs major revisions. The Congress should order the Secretary of Treasury to revise the terms and work with the Fed for a better program.
So it's interesting because it was surprising to me it took so long for them to get off the ground. And for all the criticism of the PPP program, at least that got up and running very quickly. The money got out very quickly. And we've heard time and again business owners who those funds have helped stay afloat. But there was criticism of PPP. It was the wrong people took it. The wrong terms were this. The terms kept changing, blah, 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 blah. So the Fed wanted to do this whole comment period to make sure that it did it the right way. But again, to your point, there's a difference between taking your time and learning from mistakes and between acting as if you don't want any of this money to actually get out into the economy.
Right. And these programs are not the same. OK, as you know, with PPP, there was a big element of forgiveness if you retain employees. Main Street is a lending program. It's not a forgiveness program. OK, so there's no forgiveness. And the other, major difference is that PPP was designed for really small businesses, right, 500 employees or less, to cover just core expenses like payroll. Many, businesses are over 500 or mid-sized, up to 15,000, and they have lots of other expenses other than payroll. So those businesses could not use PPP to cover those expenses. That's why it was so necessary, and that Main Street should have been rolled out really in parallel with PPP. And here we are, almost 4 months later, with one loan for $12.3 million.
And I could still see people's point if they said, oh, but it's perfect because just as PPP is rolling off, here comes Main Street. Although, again, like you said, they're targeted at different kinds of audiences. You could see Main Street stepping up into the void right now. We're talking about a slowing of the economy. We're talking, when Brooks Brothers filed bankruptcy, the CEO said, I wish there had been something for us to tap to avoid this outcome. So right now, the banks say it's not even in their interest to be involved in this program. What needs to change in order for more people to get help through Main Street?
Well, two things have to change, Kelly. First of all, three things. First of all, the Secretary of Treasury has to be willing to put the $454 billion at risk, to back the facility. So far, he's just appropriated, $75 billion to Main Street. Of course, that hasn't even been tapped. So he has to allocate more money. That's one. Number two, the terms need to be improved. The minimum borrowing needs to be reduced from $250,000. Interest rates need to be reduced from 3% to 1%. And fees, which could be 200 basis points, need to be eliminated. And just as importantly, because under this approach, the Fed is buying 95% of the loan and leaving 5% with the banks. Well, 5%, doesn't sound like much, but a lot of 5% add up.
Yep.